when should an independent artist consider getting a manager, and what should an artist look for in a manager?
Like, I think the time is when you've done too much on your own, where you've exhausted all your resources. And when people are coming to you, between a combination of the business sort of getting earlier and earlier in terms of like their research and their interest in bringing things on, like from labels to managers, it's like you can't be early enough anymore. Like people really are just getting in earlier and earlier in artists' careers. Between that being the case, and also, like I said, the resources being at the artist's sort of fingertips these days, like, and how much more they can do on their own, I really think that the right time is when there's enough going on where that interest is incoming. You hear a lot of people that are like, I need a manager. And the truth is, like, sure, everyone does. And at some point you will, but a lot of times you don't as soon as you think you do. There's also cases where if the right opportunity comes early, I don't feel like you should avoid having a manager early on, because, I would be hypocritical to say that, because, I started so early with all my acts, and obviously we've been fortunate that those relationships have worked out. And I think it's been incredible because of that. Mm-hmm. But, like, I was definitely chasing them. It wasn't like they were selling me. That's the big difference. Like, you should have people at your doorstep really, really, really passionate. Whether you haven't put out any music or you put out a ton, it should be incoming, because I think if it's incoming, you're just going to have the most passionate person. And to answer the next question, I think that is it. Like, of course, experience and knowledge and their relationships and their reputation and all those things are super important. In my position as a manager, I think anyone who cares enough and who's as passionate and kind of obtains all those other qualities can do it and can figure it out and can, be a really, really great asset to your team. I would be lying if I didn't say otherwise, because I think I was probably in a similar case when I started managing, all my artists early on. And it was really more my passion and my dedication that I think is what made me like the better fit than a bigger manager who had more experience.